Hi Gemini, here is a general look at your solar chart for December 2012, and of course this is the famous one. This is the one that's had a lot of publicity. So before I start speaking about what might be coming up over the month ahead, I just want to say a few words about this December. On the winter solstice on the 21st of December 2012, the moon is going to be in Aries this year, which is an indication of new beginnings. Aries is the initiator and the pioneer of the zodiac. At that time, the Sun is going to be conjunct an asteroid called Juno. There are several asteroids, but I don't usually mention them or even cover them when I do the solar chart forecasts, but many astrologers do. And also there is going to be a wide conjunction of the Sun with Pluto, and that tightens up over the days following to 21st. Juno represents a collective remembering of a sort, and maybe we will be remembering why we as spirits came down into these dimensions of heaviness and limitations in the first place, but also especially at this pivotal moment in Earth's long history. And from there on, we are going to be increasingly reminded of the contracts connected to our deep past, to our soul family. This has already been going on for quite a number of years, but then from what I've been picking up, it will start to really increase a lot more from December 21st, 2012, and also the frequencies which have been bombarding this planet, they're also going to be intensifying, which will trigger spontaneous awakenings in many people. So this conjunction on the astrological level of the Sun with Juno is, going to trigger that part of our brain which is about remembering, in the back brain probably this is, and our connections to our past, our soul family, and our spiritual path. December the 21st is the turning point moment, when the Sun, Juno and Pluto and the other planets as well are going to be helping us emerge from the long winter of 25,626 years into the first rays of the galactic spring, because it's not just us on this planet that are going through this shift. It's having a knock-on effect through all the realms, all the dimensions, all the levels. And then we begin to awaken from this long sleep of forgetfulness, and our solar system will finally start to orbit back towards the galactic center instead of away, as it has been doing now for nearly 26,000 years. And because of this, we will be increasingly coming home to the truth of ourselves as spiritual beings of light, having an experience in a physical body. It's been ever so hard to remember that. Now why did I come here? But actually this is going to really start because we're going to be going back towards those reviving rays of the galactic center. And of course it's going to take decades and decades and hundreds of years, but stirring has already begun. This light is very, and frequency as well, is very, very strong, and also the other levels and domains and planes of being and dimensions also rely upon us, which is why we're getting a lot of help at the moment and why we're getting a lot of interest in this planet, because everything is shifting. And as we begin the age of Aquarius, the long remembering really gets into gear, and we begin to remember our origins at the beating heart of love and unity, at the source of all things. But we also come back into, if Juno is anything to do with it, we come back into right relationship with the mothership, which is our dear beloved Mother Earth herself. So more on that on another video, because there's lots of other astrological aspects and things to say about this, but I'll put that on another video. And now about the month ahead for you Gemini on the level of your personality. From the solar chart anyway, it's definitely not a time to be going it alone. You this month are going to be learning perhaps a little bit better how to get the best out of cooperative alliances. You can get a lot done if you and someone kind of team up together. Also, you could just be bonding with someone, or there could be some sort of one-to-one work going on, or negotiation type bargaining going on. But definitely you and an opposite number, you know, can be helping each other out, and you will be appreciating this mutual interaction, I think. And appreciating as well their contribution. So basically you can't go forwards as successfully on your own as you can with the input of somebody else. But actually this vibration can give love relationships a real boost, particularly from the 16th onwards. And you could be sharing a joint interest with someone. You could be very much as well as, you know, on a practical level, getting things done, enjoying their company. From the 21st, compromise is going to be a key feature in something that you share with another. So from there, monetary aspects of things could be coming in a bit more, or anything to do with property or a space. And also, when the Sun makes a perfect conjunction with Pluto on the 29th, 30th, there may be some inner turmoil going on, but you should follow your, you know, let go of that monkey mind enough to hear, not completely, of course, but enough to hear and feel your deeper knowing, your deeper drives, and just trust those instincts of yours. Particularly on the 29th, 30th, because they're going to be, you know, it's going to be quite strong. But if you keep ignoring them, it'll cause a friction and a conflict, you see. Now, the new moon on the 13th is in your opposite sign, Sagittarius, and that does signal new beginnings for you, Gemini, in close personal relationships, but also perhaps in your professional relationships as well, over the following 4 weeks from that date. And also this could mean that there's a new beginning of some kind in the life of a partner or a business associate that will have a knock-on effect, will be affecting you. Now, until the 11th, because of where Mercury is, it means your mind will very much be focused on practical matters, and conversations will tend to have a very practical slant. And also some of you, there could be conversations around health matters, whether that is your health or somebody else's health. And so you'll be sort of thinking practically about these things, but also dealing with the mechanical routines of daily life. All of that will be, I think, a keynote. And maybe looking at repairs, maintenance and the like. And then from the 11th, and by the way, on the 11th, something tickling my ear, on the 11th, perhaps my guides, on the 11th, there's a transit from Neptune there where you just might overlook something or misconstrue something on the practical side of things, so just be aware of that. Then from the 11th, communications, personal, professional, in close interactions and collaborations are going to be highlighted. Here it will be more on a theoretical level, in a way, bouncing ideas off another, and you're getting the information you need. You information-hungry Geminis will very much, be gathering information through your connection with somebody else and they through you, but also being able to communicate better, maybe through your connection with somebody else and they through you, is the kind of a way that can work. Also, you receiving guidance or advice through your connection with someone, or in fact vice versa, And at that time there could be some more paperwork and correspondence, and you needing to be able to express yourself clearly because of a relationship. Now, until the 16th, Venus's position means practical teamwork is going to be very favorably highlighted, and you whistle while you work and have a laugh, and definitely if you work well, then it could be lucrative for you financially, or in some other way because of a relationship, benefiting through a resource of some kind, or somebody's contribution on, because Venus is about money, so which can benefit you in some materialistic kind of a way. And you're more likely to have a pretty reasonable interaction with co-workers, colleagues, also health providers if you have to, and just anybody providing a service for you. But also you're likely to be feeling very cooperative and putting a bit of work in for somebody else too. And also there's likely to be a female energy around who's there with tea and sympathy if you need it. Or if it's not a female, then it's someone very, very, very on a heart link with you. Then from the 16th, Venus is in her favorite place, and that's altogether good news. So this can give love, relationships and professional liaisons and alliances a boost, and you find that you can do business together. So whatever kind of relationship it is, you could benefit from that other's presence, contribution, loving attention. And also, again, benefit in a material kind of a way through your connection with them. Whether this is in your very sort of close, your sort of, heart link, or whether this is with somebody that you're dealing with on a sort of business level. Until the 26th, Mars continues to help you to change gears. If you're listening to this in November, this is now going on for you, and it could mean that you're just constantly just weighing the pros and the cons, weighing things up, feeling a bit sensitive emotionally sometimes, striving to keep the lid on things, but also to come up to somebody else's expectations. And that could be around property, it could be around money, it could be around sort of a relationship matter, a love relationship, or debts due or owed. And those don't necessarily have to just be financial ones, they can be moral ones as well. So you just got to kind of feel your way sensitively forward, would be the advice from me anyway. But also, because this is a time of gear change, you probably have to dispense with or let go a previously held position or viewpoint, or maybe idea centered around finances, property, a schedule there. Maybe you'd have to change that. Maybe you've got to change a habit that you're used to. Whatever it is, it could be around a contract or agreement as well. You're having to be a bit more sensitive, treading with a little bit more care, and maybe on some occasions with certain people keeping your cards close to your chest. Actually, in a way, you haven't got the ultimate control. You're kind of reliant upon others. And in fact, if you play your cards right, it can do you very well to kind of be interacting with others. Also, particularly from the 16th, you may feel deeper, you may be quite touched by someone. It can be quite a sizzling and intense time for some of you Geminians. But also it's a good time to passionately pool your energies in with another. And then from the 26th, Mars will be stirring up your feelings, and it begins transiting, will cease stirring up your feelings, and it begins transiting an area where you'll be learning through doing, but also maybe you're traveling and learning as you're going along. You're getting your head around certain things that you didn't understand or have a clue about before, really. And some of you may be getting out and about more if you're not traveling long distance, then this is a good time to take a trip, or just go places where you don't normally go and rub shoulders with people that you don't usually mix with. Some of you could even be signing up for something. Some of your physical energy will definitely go into pushing the envelope, whatever it is, whether you're getting on a plane or, you know, whether you're just going into a region, a territory that you're not used to, as you get right outside of the box. And also this is a great time for reaching out for new information, even studying something, training for something, and a teaching could come to you at this time, but also somebody else could very much be the bridge for you to new information or ways to express yourself, or a teacher for you, a guide for you as well. And that's it for December. And you'll find on my website what the slower moving outer planets are doing, like Jupiter and Saturn and so on. And also you can find, if you find the forecast for your rising sign or your moon sign, that would be a good idea. May I wish you a happy time during the festive season, and I will see you the next time.